they consider a Wraith King on Team Empire? Just because you go up against all this burst, you're like, okay, kill me once,
Yeah.
then I'll just come back and do it all again.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. Maybe HellRaisers need to consider taking something.
What's good against
I was thinking
Wraith
Tide
these
Hunter
days?
is good against Wraith.
Yeah.
Also, Underlord is kind of like that too. The only problem is if they then shift the Monkey King to a core, then your lane is like really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
But maybe not the worst if they can pick like a strong. Weaver's like a strong 4 to play with it. Also Lion. If you want to put like, oh, okay, that's
Ooh.
fine. That's Limitless's like an off lane. He buys like not Ags. He goes AC and stuff, or at least he did. I don't know if he wants to change it this game. I'm talking a lot.
No, that's all good. I mean, they clearly know what's good against it, right? Like typically, they themselves, whenever they have a Lycan picked up against them or something along those lines, they'll go for something like a Winter Wyvern just to be able to counter that out. They're seeing, okay, we're up against a Bane. Sure, you've got the Nightmare, but you're going to have plenty of units, so you're going to be able to take that off real nicely. Bane does nothing to stop any kind of split push, so yeah, feels like they're going for a lot faster paced draft this time around from HellRaisers.
Maybe Troll?
Do you want something with some more stun or lockdown, or do you feel that the Monkey King Bane is more than enough? Apparently,
I think they need loads of stuns now. Just like so, maybe like
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker. Yeah,
I think more stuns. Yeah.
Okay, this is the reason that this is very exciting to me is because I feel like the only pro player we've seen playing Earthshaker, like that we've been watching, is Arfu. And this, another one added to the list. We got 2 now. There's 2 of us. 2? Yeah.
Literally 2.
It is kind of weird pick though, don't you think?
It's
like Monkey's now a carry, right?
Yes.
But they could have just had Monkey as the 4, and you're talking about the initiation with the Boundless Strike. Isn't that what Earthshaker does with Fisher?
I mean, maybe it's going to be an offlane Earthshaker.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
you're
potential. But I feel like it has to be because, kind of similar to my hate for Anti-Mage, Earthshaker fits into that category of a do-nothing hero, right? Like, it just feels like your impact is so minor until you're able to get that Blink Dagger, and then even at that point, between Echo Slams, you've got 2 minutes where a Lycan's able to just do whatever the hell he wants. So, I'm a little puzzled as to why they've gone this, but clearly they must have a strategy for it. And maybe I think it probably is going to be that offlane, just because you could see some of the bans that they're getting rid of now. The Ursa, just heroes that are going to be good against the melee matchup.
Yeah, I'm thinking can't HellRaisers just give Watson his like Drought Ranger, and that's like, a really good lane for him?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Monkey King doesn't really, assuming it's going to be still potentially a support Monkey King, doesn't want to get on top of the Drow. You'll still melt to all the burst damage that they've got. And
it also gives you a silence against Puck and...
potentially push Monkey out of his own Wukongs.
Yeah, because if they want to like just go and hit... I guess like Drow's not extremely necessary because like they have Tower Push in Lina and Lycan, so they don't need to cover that with someone like her. They could just pick like... Razor? Razor would be good, probably.
So you were saying this was Limitless, right? On the Lycan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watson plays like other heroes. I have them all written down in my nice book.
Well, I was just thinking like what else they could have gone. Like Luna was top of the books for mine, but it's been banned out by Team Empire. Just incredibly effective with a Lycan and a Lina. I just want something fast-paced again, right? Like hell, even like a Razor again.
Yeah.
Like, at least you've got the Bane this time around, who's going to be able to Fiend's Grip you to be able to stop. But I mean, just run at an Earthshaker. What can he do if he's going to be in that offlane role? Hell, even a position 4, right?
Yeah, like if you're not looking to get countered, you can just pick something generic like Razor. But I know Watson really likes his greedy cores. He likes his Morphling. He likes his Naga. He likes his Drow.
The Drow can still be quite aggressive, right?
I would be fine with Drow. I think it fits into their idea. I think the only issue I have with Drow is that they don't have any save. Okay, so you like that for Empire, but the HellRaisers are taking it, which is
It's still
cool.
fast-paced, though, right? Like, they haven't picked anything to be able to immediately counter it. And you just get, what, Armlet, Deso, or Armlet, BKB, and just run at people.
Yeah, and then you're super fine being gripped. You're super fine being, like, Echo Slam because you have that second life. I think the only thing that kind of sucks is that the Monkey King Wraith King core matchup is like
very
rough.
monkey favored.
Yeah, because you die if you're in the Wukong's command, you resurrect and you're still inside it. And
Timbersaw coming out for the last pick for Empire.
Okay, I don't think HellRaisers are like really upset by this last pick. It's really good in lane. I think that's like the most important thing, is that Lycan can't really touch it and Wraith King sort of can't. But they do have like a lot of burst with Lion and Lina, which puts his life at like a bit risk.
The thing I do like about this last pick though with the Timbersaw is that once you're level 3, maybe 4, very sustainable in the lane, right? And it's going to enable TSA to be able to rotate to that mid lane. We know, of course, Lina is a lane dominator, but doesn't have an escape, and they don't have any saving supports right now on HellRaisers. Sure, Melody, if he rotates through, he can get a stun off, but Fisher plus Puck, it's a lot of damage to be able to put it onto Alina, so it could enable Kuman to have a really solid game.
Before we head over to the casters and jump into game number 3, which team?
Let's go the memes. Empire.
It could.
Empire?
I don't even think that's a meme. I actually think like the Timbersaw is gonna have like a really free game for the first 10 minutes. So it's kind of like on him and what he does with it. So it could go either way.
I go for the memes, but I still feel like the Earthshaker against the Lycan in particular, it's just you're gonna have a rough first 20 or so minutes, and if you're able to withstand that pressure, I feel like Team Empire have a really good shot later on.
Well, I look forward to seeing if this is going to be Empire's redemption arc and if they are going to be able to take this series off of HellRaisers as we jump into Game 3 with Lyrical and Fear.
Thank you so much, Nat. And yes, Fear, we are here for game number 3. I didn't think we were going to be here at the start of the day. I didn't even think we were going to be here like 30 minutes into game 2. But here we are. And Empire's put together a pretty interesting little draft. Do you like the Timber pick?
Yeah, I actually love it. I think this is, I'll be the Oracle here as well. I guess the panel also said it, but I think this might be Empire's first win of the DPC here. I really like what they put together. I think it's going to be very difficult for HellRaisers to address this Timbersaw in this game, as well as Monkey should have a free farm lane as on top of it. And then the Shaker has freedom to move to the Puck's lane and help out mid lane, so they could win 3 lanes potentially here.
That's a recipe for success throughout the rest of the game if I've ever seen one, which I have a couple of times. And you know, I think that Ghostic, this is a guy who time and again has sort of been one of the people to sort of bring his team to success. You know, he's played on some of the biggest stages in the world, played at TI. Doesn't actually have like a ton of pro matches on Timbersaw, but I feel like every offlaner at some point, like you pick Timber to cheese games and ranked matches. You can do it in pro games as well, surely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like all you really need to figure out with this hero is like the laning stage and how to play against the bad matchups. But he has a lot of games on Timber and pub games. And he's laning versus a Wraith King, which does not do very much to Timbersaw. So he should be fine as long as the Shaker doesn't grief his lane too early on. So, or there's no like early game engagement where he loses all his HP, skills the wrong spell, those type of like disaster situations.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that's going to be pretty easy to avoid. And the other thing to mention is, again, just the stakes of this game. You know, HellRaisers right now sitting in 3rd place, Virtus Pro tied with them 4-2. And going into today, the anticipation was, all right, HellRaisers win this series against Empire, Virtus Pro lose their series against Team Spirit. We come in with very clearly defined situation as far as the standings. That could all get shaken up here right at the end. Obviously, nothing official has come out as regards to what's going to happen, but you know, these matches definitely are going to end up mattering one way or another, as it's like a little bit of a battle for the runes here. Does Ghostic want to make the movement on out? Yeah, they bring numbers for Empire, and they'll be able to secure themselves a bounty rune with the only cost being a stun and one little right click on a carry.
Yep. It's going to be some pretty standard lanes for a little bit. Timber doesn't really start bullying until level 4 or 5. Shaker's going to block the wave once. He might block it twice. And then I expect to see Shaker, because like you don't have a lot of lane impact, and Timber's a hero that doesn't really want a lot of help either in lane, because he wants those solo levels to get to that level 5 as soon as possible. And at level 6 is when he'll definitely kick the Wraith King out. So his job is basically to just like camp those water runes and take as many as way as possible from the Lina.
Right. Couldn't actually get that first block off because he used the fissure earlier. Or I guess he just got the one but didn't get the second one off. Long cooldown. regardless.
So
though,
he only got one block off, but Watson blocked from, I believe, the tier 3. So
gotcha.
it doesn't look like he was able to get much of a block at all. Standard strategy for carry players when playing with Shaker is just block from tier 3.
Yeah. You can get that in. It's definitely nice. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to watch for, as well as like those early rotations from Shaker, potentially, as Melody wasn't quite able to, actually did interrupt that pull. So well done by the Lion to come on in there and mess that one up for TSA. But I want to see if, like, you know, maybe that when that rotation comes over to secure water runes, if the Shaker sticks around and maybe tries to make a move onto Rabel or something. You know, Puck is one of those heroes that does have a decent amount of magic damage to throw out early on, even if you're forced to take that phase shift early.
Yeah, if Rabel is low, they could do something. But other than that, like, Shaker does not add much damage to the gank, right? He just blocks off a path, and that's about it, right? A little bit of damage. Fissure does, you know, how much does it do? 110 nowadays? Yeah, 110, so I don't really see a kill happening unless there's like a serious miscalculation on Rabel and getting low in this matchup. But taking the water runes away is like more than enough.
Okay. Well, and is going to make that move right now. Koolman, in the meantime, not going to be able to get that deny off, and will at least secure one of these. We'll see if Koolman decides to go bottom side, and yeah, it looks like he's already going to. So gets over there, secures the water room. There is a creep wave coming in towards his tower, which it looks like he's not going to miss out on the XP for, at least, but does miss one of the CSs.
I think the Shaker should have ran straight for the bounty rune of Rabel here and just give him like the whole business, and then go back for the 4-minute, because like it's not really helping Timber anymore.
Yeah.
It's like taking one water rune away is not enough to be annoying. Like, you're not getting a kill, you're taking one water rune away. It's okay, but you see Lena's just gonna pick up the bounty rune now probably, and if that wasn't available, Lena would feel like she'd have to go back to base, and that's when Puck would actually get an advantage in this lane.
Right. As for now, just sort of breaking even is what it feels like for the Puck. And likewise, we saw Lena try and clear through the camps there as well, trying to get some of those small camps done up. Just pump faking the Dragon Slave and kind of messing with Koolman's head a little bit there. Eventually, we'll get the final touch. Yeah. Nothing to write home about. The main thing I'm seeing so far is that Limitless has been severely hurt so far in this lane. Now, Weaver does have 5 CS. That's something making up for it a little bit, but not having a great time on the Lycan.
Lycan versus Monkey is a tough matchup. You can see he can use that Boundless Strike. He just got 2 wolves with it. There's not a lot of carries that do a lot of physical damage early on, especially because Lycan's melee. If he ever procs on hitting Lycan, he can just like stun and almost one-shot the wolves. But it did look like Monkey King's courier was sniped, so
yeah,
he has like he has no items on him right now, which is really nice for Limitless. Those are probably boots or something that he ended up picking.
It was
out.
the Orb of Corrosion.
Oh, the full Corrosion Orb?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's a pretty big one.
I'm sure Weaver got that one. It's a really nice pickup by him.
Definitely. It can sort of what changed what could have been a really bad lane into even worse. Meanwhile, Watson eating through a lot. 2 points up in Whirling Death. Going to be forced to throw out double stuns and try and burn through that mana. But Ghostic, you're seeing some of that pressure that you can apply as the Timber Saw, even without Timber Chain.
Yeah, I'm curious if he goes back for it at level 5, or if he's going to go for the 3rd point in armor and just be unkillable, basically, even by the tower, and try to kick him out by level 6.
It is pretty annoying getting mana drained constantly by Malady. But regardless, looks like it's going to be fine. Down bottom, Kaori is chasing down Gilgear. Still has a Sakuchi. Takes a tower shot as well. And will salve up afterwards. So Gilgear being very annoying in this lane. The Courier coming back out again. We'll see if Gilgear is able to snipe it a second time. Not. It's coming up through the outpost area right now. But 6-minute rune. Drops a ward.
Dire's top tower is
Bane is there. Coolman gets hit. And it looks like they'll be able to secure a regen for Coolman. That one's really nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. And Puck has no threat of dying because Lena has decided to not even get her ultimate. Just going for pure greed. A little bit of farming efficiency on the Fiery Soul.
Yeah. That could be really nice for her. Since there is already a stacked up camp here a couple of times on the hard side. We'll see if she decides to go back to clear that one up. Gilgear is in the area to stack it again if things get a little bit testy, but instead it's down bottom. They tried to go onto Limitless, but good play taking the Nightmare off with the Wolves. And that creates a little bit of separation there.
They're managing their stacks here pretty well too, and not letting him proc. So every time you do that appropriately, you actually do a lot of damage to Monkey. Because he really needs that proc to just want to basically full heal. But he's taking quite a bit of damage if they can keep poking him like that. It's actually really annoying for Monkey players because they don't bring out more regen because they don't think they need it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but we're still seeing, like, he's doing a good job also of keeping... I think he's... I don't know how many wolves he's killed so far, but there are a bunch of them. They even dropped a sentry to try and stop the wolves from dying, but it was just out of range.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see Watson at 7.5 minutes, no kill, but Watson's left to head off to the jungle now.
Yeah, it's not the worst deal for the Lycan specifically to have to go jungle. But the problem will happen is if Watson has to jungle, oh, he gets a freebie.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
If Watson has to jungle and Lycan has to jungle, then that'll become a problem.
Right. At least for now, having a nice time of it. Haystern, ooh, Coil. Drop down. Haystern was picked up. Coolman taking a bunch of right clicks there. Try and get the bugs off, and now they might be able to go for the full kill, and they do. They take down Rabel. And don't want to go that much further forward to try and chase Coolman. So, another round of trade of abilities, and Malady also going to drop as he got chased all the way down under the tier 2 tower by Ghostic. While pressure is being mounted up top there, he's having a good game.
Yeah, we talked about it. I have full faith that Ghostic in this game can take it over. Like, this hero, if he ends up getting, like, free farm, even when you feel like you have heroes that can kill him, still doesn't die. And can just, like, completely take over, like, the mid-game. Whether or not, like, you can transition that into a victory is another story, because at some point you will be killable, and some Timber players don't know when that moment is where they're no longer, like, God mode, right? And they end up feeding too much. But if he ends up taking this tower here, and then he can walk mid and take that, that'll give his team, like, a really big snowball, especially because they have drafted a lineup that is incredibly fast.
Yeah, this is some scary stuff, definitely. And like you talk about, these kills, they just keep coming. Gilgear ends up dropping down bottom. I mean, the real danger, like you're talking about, is these objectives and getting mid-tower if they can on the earlier side. It's going to be full hood completed for Ghostic. Has a pig pull done as well. But they do have some severe bursts. Like we talked about that Laguna Blade that can come out. Still a ways away from Finger of Death for Lion. I guess that he could go and pick up the tome if he wanted to at this point. And that would get him pretty close to 6. We'll see. DD, Gilgear picks it up, punches, dead. You're gonna pick off on Kaori.
Yeah, that's definitely a good pickup, but I don't hate that Bane was there, because that DD on Lena could have been used more impactfully on the map, but they forced, I think, Weaver to take it for the Bane to die pre-10 minutes. So it's a level 4 Bane that died there, just picked up the tome, so now it's level 6, smoked up. And are we going to get a grip here?
Looks like it. No way to pop the ulti and get him out of there, but do they have enough damage to bring down Limitless in the duration of the grips? Not quite. Not going to be able to find that kill. And Bane just dies to the summons. I mean, it hurts.
Yeah, That's rough for him. That was his grip reveal too. He thought he was being sneaky. He used to smoke there.
Yeah. Jeez, that's a rough one. I mean, I guess that's one of those things where you anticipate you can get the kill with just the level 6 on Bane, but didn't end up working. Good dodge.
Look who's mid.
Afterwards, Ghost Stick makes the move. Couple punches is all they need, and they get it. Watson shows up. Who's digging and just gets stunned. Coolman left the South behind. Can he survive through this? Boundless Strike comes out. Ghost Stick with another round takes life number 1. Can they get a second life now? Gilgear trying to kill through the creeps because they are killing off that tier 1 tower mid. So the catapult dies. It's going to take longer, but I think Empire get this. Unless HellRaisers bring everybody, which they are. Hood already out, but they jump in. Find him. Rabel in some trouble. Fisher full follow-up and the combo for the kill. Yeah, Empire came to play for game number 3.
Yeah, it makes me feel like, have they not been playing versus Timber a lot recently? Because number 1 rule you learn while playing versus Timber enough is you leave him alone when he's farmed. Because this will happen. Like, you think you can defend, you lose your Wraith King ultimate, you lean a TP Zen thinking you can defend, but this guy, if he has full stacks, is completely unkillable at this stage of the game. Like, he's not balanced yet right now.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. And they have a lot of the heroes that, like, can sort of avoid it, I feel like. Don't necessarily need to show up to fights. But they burned through the Wraith King ultimate, didn't get the kill at the very least. So, you know, that's one benefit. But it means that he's going to be vulnerable for a while now. TSA hanging out down bottom, drops the ward. That reveals Maladies in the area. And they won't be able to connect for anything. He backs out, calls out. All right, Lena's in the area too. They're going to go for another grip play. Let's see.
Yeah, if they have detection and it lands, it should be an easy kill. I like how TSA in bot lane is knowing his limits here. Like, normally I see Weaver down here, he'll die, he'll push his limits, but as a Shaker, you can't really do that. So he's just, like, taking what they give him, right?
Right.
Oh, I don't think I like that Kumans here, though. I think I want to see a dagger on the Shaker. Yeah, he's using his haste and leaving. Like, alright, I'm going to steal that wave from you, and now I'm going to peace.
You didn't need it, did you? No, surely. Everything's fine.
I'm the carry. I take farm.
Ooh, they found Gilgear. And Grip comes out. Ghost Stick, gonna be there. Play cleanup. It's the kill. Scan connects on Malady, so they know that they're here. Like, Empire's doing a really good job of reading the map.
Yeah. What's Timber's next item? He's going for a Sage. That's alright. Just more taking him. It's probably Sage and Kaya. Oh.
Alright. It's brought
Bane
down
has
2 ultis.
Revealed their location.
Yeah.
That's space for Shaker. Like, these deaths are, like, not so bad on the Bane. Obviously, perfect play would be, like, in a position to, like, not die and reveal it, but if they're gonna pop a Lycan ult for that, like, it's totally fine.
Well, and Finger also, yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
Finger.
I don't know how you kill Ghost Stick in this game. Like, you kind of need both of those things, I feel like, and even then it might not be enough if he's got Hood active.
Yeah, I mean,
see.
they need the... Maybe if they get, like, the upgraded HOD, the Overlord helm with the dragon, plus a huge chain stun, I think he can probably die, but until that, and they need to bring probably 4 heroes to kill him, it's really up to Ghost Stick this game to be out of position without his team nearby. Right. But he can do a lot of great things this game if he uses his next timing to just kind of bait, right? But not like feed and be by himself. Timber's a very sensitive hero, so I'm like, I'm gonna dance around my words a lot of what he needs to do and what he needs to not do. There's a very fine balance because, like, you need to push your limits on this hero and abuse the space that you can take, but you also need to not be too greedy and feed because you give up a lot by doing that.
Right, yeah, and it's these, like, individual power spikes are the things that you need to watch for as well. When the Sange gets finished and he's got that full item done, That opens up a lot more of the map to him. Right now, Kaori, they jump in, they get the silence. Onto Gilgear from Coolman, in some trouble. Oh, not able to connect on the LSA, dodges out, but Coolman eventually going to fall. Bring him down, not a bad kill at all, and that gives the signal to everybody else run away, but they're gonna start running mid. The upgraded HOD, time to go.
And Wraith King's item build is, I like it a lot just because he realizes.
The jump in, the Tumbler's Toy Echo. I've never seen that before. Oh, and Rabel, Chase, gotta run. Laguna Blade, 1 round. They don't have Finger of Death. Will it be enough? Trying to survive. Gets the hood off the follow-up. Oh, it's not quite there. Hex is out. Ghost Stick dropping low and going to die. Gets punished big way, and there is not enough left in the tank. Everybody from HellRaisers survives. Oh, man.
I was so close to being turned around by Empire. They ended up canceling the chain from Timber there, going through the 2 heroes that were stunned by Shaker, and saved both their lives, and those 2 said heroes just stayed alive and killed everyone.
Most value fluffy hat ever for him to get that Hex off.
Yeah. But yeah, I was talking about Watson's build, not particularly something you see Wraith Kings do, like armlet straight into Blink Dagger, right? But I think he realizes the pressure that Empire's putting on them, and the fact that he has Alina mid and like an offlane, that he needs to play a little less greedy in this game, and it's a really good adaptation by him. That Blink Dagger is why they're able to kill Kuman earlier, and why they're able to like be so aggressive.
Oh, and in towards Roche. If they can get this, this is absolutely huge. Smoke up afterwards. Ghost Stick throwing out the Chakram. I mean, they're in it. They're getting it. It's done. It came too late, and HellRaisers, they sneak away Roche and have severely put the halt on the snowball that was coming from Empire. This is with Blink Dagger done on Shaker too. Oh man, cool man. He's got to get out of here. He sticks around a second longer. Tries to jump, has the jaunt. We'll have phase shift and then blink back up again in a moment. And, well, can he get out of here? Has the blink away, tries to jump. But Watson, he was there. Damn.
Yeah. So basically that window that I thought Empire would have to like carry this game home is slipping out of their reach now. I think Kuman has been dying a bit too much on this puck and has not been playing with this Timbersaw, who is incredibly powerful, but not so much for the next, 3 minutes. I think they're going to have the damage to kill him very soon. As you saw in that one fight, he was actually dying.
Right.
And he's going to be more and more squishy. That's just how Timber works. Unless he continuously is snowballing.
Right. Well, and chain there. Gotta run away from here. Has that Kaisange. TP's out afterwards. Queuing up the Bloodstone. So we'll probably go for the disassemble. But yeah, this is a little bit scary now. A 2,000 gold lead, but as you mentioned, this is supposed to be that window that Empire was hitting. Lightless is pretty strong. Also, he's a ton of damage on the Monkey King, but needs to get into that BKB to be able to survive the burst. And we haven't really been able to see, as you're talking about, that Shaker get the big combo yet. Could go for an Echo here. Jumps on in. Do they have enough damage? Yes. Doesn't need the Echo.
Yeah, it was close. Still just getting a support. It's okay. They smoked up now. 5-man smoke. But it looks like it's obvious with the way HellRaisers is playing.
Right. Dire, they scan. They're anticipating this move. Can they find anybody hiding away? Oh, they're going to catch that. Dude, Melody's so ready. Look at this guy. Wait, he's on the wrong side, though. All right, they see him there. And they're going to go for that kill. Maybe it's a Blink Lion, but Boundless Strike comes out and Fissure ends his life.
Yeah, he got the blink off, but he forgot he's like a 700 HP hero, you know? So even though he didn't get it off, one stun, he was dead anyway.
Right.
He's back in 15. Doesn't mind that much. He still broke the smoke, so mission somewhat accomplished.
Do you think there's anything HellRaisers want to accomplish with this Aegis, or is it just farming up and trying to deal with the sort of storm that's coming at them of Empire's aggression?
I think they're fine with just chilling and building their items. Like, they have a Deso on Wraith King. He's going into BKB. I think the BKB is when Wraith King is going to feel really strong. And they can fight now. They just need to find the right initiation. Which,
right,
this is a little forced, but they're TPing out, so this Timber might just be in trouble.
Ooh. Fissure. Hex is there, though. And the rest of the team comes in for the kill. Timber gets brought down. I was close to being able to keep him alive, but this Lion Blink Dagger is there for the follow-up, and such a devastating hero if you can get on top of him.
Yeah, I really needed this Timber to have like a good game for Empire to really feel comfortable in this game. Because like now they are in a position where I'm not sure what like the simple plays. It's gonna come down to like Shaker and Bane have to like have some really good initiations and good pickoffs. They do have the dagger, so that's something they're gonna have to look for. But there's a wolf chasing here on the Shaker.
Yeah, and TSA, I mean, it's just too quick. That's the problem, is that each of these times, this vision that they're getting from these wolves, it set them up for amazing fights. Limitless making it happen on his Lycan.
I also don't think Ghostic realizes that he needs an armor item. I know he's playing Timber and he seems like he has a lot of armor, but versus Lycan and this Deso and Weaver, he actually needs to buy an armor item to feel tanky.
Right. Well, it's interesting, right? Like, I think that for a lot of times in the past, it's been like, okay, you just need to deal with Timbersaw by getting some magic resistance, and you know, then we've seen the like Kaya being in full Bloodstone. It's like that's too greedy. But then the people are trying to make this like halfway measure of Sanj and Kaya to sort of not be as greedy, but like you said, just because of how much physical damage there is in the early Blink Dagger for Watson, it's just been an absolutely perfect answer for the Timber without going for that plate mill or whatever. So
yeah, for a big thing about this team, like they seem to do well when Kuman is farming and eventually scales, but I'm not getting those same vibes when he's playing a Puck as compared to his Lina or a Quap, right?
yeah,
Like he's farming on the Puck, but I feel like you do sometimes see Puck go out of control, but like not nearly as much as you would see like a Quap or something of that nature. So
right.
little worried about, you know, Kuman just getting his farm on instead of making plays in this particular game on the hero he was selected.
Well, there are 4 heroes grouped together. Puck went for...
Oh!
Melody
blind.
finds the blind stun! Are you kidding me? Dude, what a gamer. Alright, that was sick.
That was really sick.
You know, when those types of things happen, it's like that you can't do anything but just sort of feel bad, you know?
Yeah. Especially Kuman is like trying to, I think he's probably like really trying to branch out a bit and show he can play more. And it's like, yeah, you can play Lina, you can play Quap. Some of the most like more brain dead mid heroes this patch that scale really hard. But it's like, now it's his time to play Puck, and it's not even by his own fault, but things are just not going right for him this game.
Yeah. What a sick stun. Oh god, yeah, that one, that's just a backbreaker, because there was a moment there where like, all right, you jump in, you get the creep wave, jump back out, you think you're going to be able to group with your team and make that smoke play into a kill, and it just, now they go for a second round of it. They have to wait for Puck to be back up, and I don't even know if they have any more smokes left, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think they do. Yeah, they're queuing them up. They don't have them for a little while. Oof.
Yep, 3 minutes. It's a long time.
They did at least complete the BKB on Lightless. Probably this next Roche fight is going to be the one that, if they want to turn it around on Empire, they have to make it happen there. And
They have to get some heroes on the map. Like, I haven't seen Lightless be a part of anything, really, in this game for the longest time. So, like, yeah, sure, I'm saying Koolman is getting caught a lot on the side lanes, but he's, like, completely alone, and I don't see anyone else pushing the opposite side lane or baiting him there. They're just kind of, like, four-man farming their triangle together.
Right.
They don't really know where to go. Someone's going to go back and defend bottom because they have to. And then they're going to sit back in their triangle. In fact, they're mass TPing for a Wraith King illusion here.
Yeah, I think they thought there was something more going on there.
Yeah, looks like it.
Damn.
Wraith
Damn,
King,
dude.
by the way, has a BKB now, so...
Yeah, this game, those couple of minutes in there really have set the tone for the complete falling apart that's been the last bit for Empire. And I mean, you mentioned it. It's like every move that they make now, it feels like it's just sort of a bit reactive. So we'll see if they can right the ship a little bit here. They need a big Echo Slam. And every time these Wolves are coming in and scouting out the entire team, it's been tough to play.
Yeah, the best way to explain like how Empire's playing in my eyes is they're waiting for HellRaisers to run into them.
Right.
So they can get that huge Echo Slam, right? But if HellRaisers don't ever do that, Empire's just going to be sitting around doing nothing, right? So like they're kind of all in right now on hoping HellRaisers overextends. They're not really doing anything to like apply pressure and force HellRaisers to do something on the map, but they're just waiting for HellRaisers to make a mistake.
And Gilgear has the easiest job in the world right now.
Oh,
No. These Shadow Blades, don't look at me!
He runs directly into them. I got some BKB left.
Oh my god. Wait, is this actually going to work? Because she BKB'd. I mean, Ghost Stick's in the pit. Are they going to try and sneak this since BKB is down? Dude, that's the biggest... That's crazy. If this works...
We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. They have a wolf in there.
Yeah. I don't know.
They could just be getting it low, so when BKB gets up, HellRaisers can take it. We'll see.
Got
30
it,
seconds on
No, they
BKB.
want to help them. I hear ya. Oh, and all these little skeletons. That's going to boost up the armor. Reactive stacks at 20 all of a sudden for Timber. Okay. This is interesting. Ghost Stick starting to get a lot of the minus armor on now, but the jump in blows up the Lion. And Wraith King's already dead. They buy back on the Earth Spirit, but the BKB out now, burning through and destroying that Timber. Echo afterwards tries to blow up the Lina, and she will fall. But is there any follow-up afterwards? They take down the Lion. Yo, no BKB means no chance to survive that jump. And, oh god, run away. Oh no, TSA dies to the creeps. No, not like this. Gets brought down. Limitless able to find that kill, and little dodge there coming from Koolman. Roche still relatively low, but Empire, you can't feel comfortable running in there right now. Although you can find this kill into Gilgear, maybe that's the way to do it. Lightless cleans up.
All right, not bad, not bad. This is we're gonna see a repeat of game number 2 here, or what?
I don't know.
These buybacks, man. Like, we got a buyback on Shaker that fight, and that was like the turnaround. Blew up the Lina before BKB, I believe. And
Yeah.
into the Roach, we will see.
Watson, he's coming in. Bugs go out. That's more minus armor. Watson ready to jump at a moment's notice. They have to be careful, though. Have coil still. Could jump in. Drops it. No, doesn't go in for the coil. Ghost Stick is there, creating a little bit of separation. Doesn't have anything to Timber Chain to. Oh, now he gets over to the tree, and that's going to be Aegis. Lightless gets it. Suddenly, the game is back.
Yeah. I mean, it all started with Lina misclicking her BKB.
And then running in division.
Yeah. And that triggered Empire to be like, huh, let's do a Roche standoff. Let's punish this. And this is just the result of everything in between.
Yeah. I guess Empire just sort of thriving in the chaos
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think like how they would actually just come back from this game to just force a Roche because they saw Lina waste her BKB. Because if they would have continued at the rate they were just going to get completely out-farmed because they weren't doing anything. They're just waiting. So I like that killer instinct by Empire.
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, wasn't it like the game they turned around as well? They just chilled around the Roche pit and slowly outplayed HellRaisers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're not wrong. I don't know.
Seems to be like their style.
Right. Well, and now the game is back to relatively even. I mean, again, like Timber saw, this hero does definitely fall off, but has gone into the plate mail now, has a Heaven's Halberd, amazing item against the Lina.
Timber doesn't fall off, his snowball just stops sometimes, but this hero like will continuously scale if he has items. And what do you know, after these last couple fights, he's got a plate mail, he's got a Heaven's Halberd, realizing that he is not safe from the physical damage, and well, his team is feeding, but it's just supports. But they got the Lycan. So
Harry had a long TP there.
Yeah. Because they all TP'd bottom to catch that Lycan, right? And he just didn't make it on the bait. Here's the last one.
Yeah, Lycan needs to get into a BKB now as well. That being said, Coolman does have Ag, so maybe it's less value there. Wait, Rabel?
Oh, is he gonna get a stun?
Goes in.
BKB?
Oh, good BKB. The turnaround now. Into trouble. Coolman goes down. And now Watson jumps in aggressively. Disarm is there. Still has BKB, but he's dead. How much more duration do they have left? Timber going to get stunned. Still living through this. Lightless. His ulti wears off now, but Watson getting chased down. Has another Boundless Strike in a second, waiting for that BKB to wear off. But a good jump away. Keep Watson alive. So a trade there, 1-for-1. They did burn through the Wraith King's ultimate, but at level 3, it's going to be a short respawn.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, who has an Orchid? How did Puck get silenced? But Lina actually just has the Mindbreaker. And I don't think Kuman expected that one.
No. Big play. All it was a right click.
Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of interesting little item builds here, she's going back for the Hex afterwards. So this is probably not anticipated. Does have the ultimate orb, but if we remember the other game that they had, I think that it was it Rabel or was it Coolman? One of them went Scotty on the Lina.
That was Kuman. That was the Shiva Scotty build that I wasn't a huge fan of, but it won the game, so what can I say?
Fair enough.
But I think Kuman senses it because he has Lincoln skewed up.
Right. What happened? They don't have the shard yet, right? That was still the first Roche. I think at least. Or maybe Coolman got it. Am I crazy? No, Coolman got it. Thought they would have given that to the Shaker.
Was that the second Roche? I don't even know if that was the second Roche. Oh, yeah, it was, because HellRaisers got the first one with the Lycan and put on Lina. Yeah, okay.
X revealed. They find him, but Coolman lives through it. Malady couldn't follow up, and now the Fissure. They're in a little bit of a scary situation. This is... Oh, but now the chase. Rabel pops ulti. They get it off in time. Rabel tries to get out of there. Do they have enough damage? They don't quite. Couldn't get in range for the Fiend's Grip afterwards. But they're hitting tier 3 tower. I mean, it's gonna wear off now. No Lion for 30. Is that enough to make Empire feel like they can take this tier 3 tower? It looks like it. They claim that and then back away.
Yeah, I'm glad they backed there with Aegis going down. So, Malady twice now has like kind of botched his blink and died. The last one, I don't know if you caught it, but he just blinked into the middle of a Monkey King ult and just died.
Right. That'll happen.
Yeah. And then he botched this one too, and like...
Living?
Yeah, a reason why a lot of these fights have gone well is because he had such great initiations, right? So he needs to reset, and don't think he can afford many more of those.
Coolman surviving these little like gank attempts by the Lina is so clutch.
He has a gym now too, so
yeah. But like, if he gets caught right there, that just like it's so much just shuts down what Empire are trying to do. So really impressive stuff. And well, Empire just sitting underneath a bunch of wolves right now. They'll kill him off as they walk into a sentry. But yeah, big timing here.
It's really
Smoke
scary. For Kuman, that is, like, until he gets his Lincolns. When he gets Lincolns, he's with Jim. I don't think Lina will ever catch him, but until then, there is a chance he can die with this Jim, and that would be a huge swing. Oh.
Pops ulti. They want to jump. Ooh! Lotus Orb comes out, but Lion dead. Excuse me, Bane dead. Can they find anything afterwards? Running in, Coil's going to connect. Rabel under control, but they are going to have to stop it there. So they buy back on the Bane, use Puck Coil, and also use Shapeshift.
You see a monkey now?
Lightless.
Catch him.
Tries to back out. He's already used his ultimate. Might need to try and TP out, or they just turn in, they fight, and they blow him up. Limitless dead. Now they take down the dragon. Echo as they jumped right on top of that Earthshaker, but will it be enough afterwards? Rabel takes down the Puck. No buyback on him. Meanwhile, the big jump through, they take down one. Oh, the bash comes out. Rabel tries to get out. Invis, Watson, he's back for round 2 of this one, but TSA there with the fissure, jump in, looking for the kill. They find it with Ghost Stick. Doesn't matter about Invis if you got the Chakram. So 3 for 2 with a couple buybacks in there. And that is what they needed.
This game is absolutely insane, because I don't know if you caught how Lightless started to get, like, ran down. It's because Ghostic cut his tree while he was farming and knocked him off the tree and stunned him, and then Lycan was like, hey guys, Monkey's off the tree now. They messed up, right?
Jeez.
So he started chasing him on Lycan, and then he just baits his team and himself,
dude,
into losing even more.
I'm telling you, Empire, they inhabit the region of chaos. That's all it comes down to.
Well, that was actually insane. His Timber cut his own tree, and that's what started the fight.
Gilgert hoping to get away. Already used time lapse. Another Sakuchi back up in a second. Can they chase any further? Don't have Blink on the Shaker, but with Kairi moving in, that Nightmare will come out, and this should finally be enough when they move on in. Fissure, Chant Totem, done. Ooh, Melody. Oh, God. Just gonna drop the ulti right on his face. Try and get out of here. I dare you. Level 25 Monkey King. Very balanced.
Yeah. God, I was talking about how Monkey wasn't participating, but, like, he's showing up now. He just wasn't ready.
Are Empire gonna do this, Fear? I feel like they're gonna do
you
this.
Do you wanna curse them? Because I'm done talking about them.
Okay. All right, my bad.
They're gonna lose, and they're bad.
Okay, sounds good.
And they can't win anything.
All right, true enough. We'll see what happens. Caster Curse is definitely a strong tool that we always have to be wary of.
Yeah, HellRaisers is the best, and they make no mistakes.
Okay, good to know. God. Mortal Strike, level 25 for Wraith King. We're 40 minutes in. This next Roche definitely feels like it's going to be one of those, like, you know, if Empire can take this, they'll take control of this game, but HellRaisers will definitely have something to say about that. Watson almost has Swift Blink, the Wraith King.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more damage. I don't think there's any item right now on Dire that is going to, like, be a game changer, right? It's just, like, additional damage to what they have. The initiations, team fighting, nothing really changes for them. As they get more damage, the other team will also get more damage. But there's no really game-breaking items. The Ags is already up on the Puck. I think Bane, if he gets an Ags, would be game-changing, but he's not even in the realm of getting one unless he gets it for free off Roche.
Weaver is actually selling everything in his inventory except for Spirit Vessel to finish the Aghanims. So
also, another game, just another game where Weaver Ags doesn't have, like, the same feel to it, you know? It's like you're gonna send you're going to restore someone's HP, but they're going to still be in the monkey ult, right? So...
Oh. Boundless strike down. Lightless gets the ulti completely obliterated. Rabel dead, and now looking for more. Malady gonna get chased, gonna get bash, going to get killed. And this opens up Roche. Huge, huge moment. And it's gonna be a refresher shard. So TSA gonna have double round of everything if they need to, but they're buying back right now. HellRaisers, they don't want to give this up for free. Pop the ulti, gonna send in the big golem. Bugs off the mark. Cool Man is gonna get hit by him. Go stick there to weather the storm. Meanwhile, to jump in, they find the lion. Oh, he bought back for this one. In some trouble, Malady. Gotta get out of there. Gilgear already dead. They're trying to focus down and kill Ghost Stick. Can they do enough? The LSA comes out. It is. They find that finish. Buyback comes afterwards from the Timber. Kyrie also under control, going to die. Doesn't have buyback. That's 2 dead of the supports, and now Rabel chasing, trying to kill off TSA. He's hiding away in this angle, but he's not going to be able to survive. He doesn't have buyback either. No more supports in this game. Cool Man tries to chase, gets the silence there onto Lina. Meanwhile, Lightless, he's fully under control. Can he survive through this? No. He also is going to die. Watson, he still has his ultimate after all is said and done. Ghost Stick in trouble, needs the Timber Chain out of here to try and survive. Pops the Bloodstone heal. Backs away, and with only 1 more left to go, Limitless is going to drop. So they take down all 5 of HellRaisers. It cost them a lot, but this is exactly what they needed.
Killed 6 of HellRaisers. Lina died back.
True. Fair enough.
And they get Roche.
Only hero with the buyback right now is the Wraith King. Damn, dude. And they're going in. I mean, they're taking Roche and simultaneously pressuring top tier 3.
That's all you got to do for Empire. Like, they're just really bad. And HellRaisers are the best.
Unbelievable. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't think Empire's doing anything right now.
No, not even having a good game, definitely. Yeah, Caster Curse is not a thing. Dude, they're taking bottom 2. They're going to have all of it. No Lina for 60. Oh, man. And does Shaker have Refresher? Who has it? Somebody does, surely. Yeah, Timber's got it in his backpack.
Oh, okay, yeah. They swapped Monkey.
Now, this is potentially going to be Megas, and for HellRaisers, who thought they had a clear path into the top 3, are now, I mean, spot is forfeit. This is dangerous. Can they hold off against this aggression? Backline, Gilgear, he gets found. Coolman's there right on top of him, wants to save the coil, but actually just drops it down. And the buyback comes from Weaver. Lightless pops the ultimate, is going to hold on to this area and say, come deal with me. But can HellRaisers take the fight afterwards? Oh, he's switching in the Refresher. He's going to have round 2 of this.
He's going to have another one.
Round 2, pops the ultimate. Mega creeps, it's theirs. But can they find the fight after? Looking for the chase down, jump in. Oh, Puck did everything, and a great fissure. Stops out, they can't connect onto anybody. Malady misses the stun. He's next to the fissure, which is still stunning him. Chase, boundless strike, jump in, chop from dead. No Ghost Stick. Beautiful performance as they jump in now, under control, but they have the Fiend's grip. Lightless beating away at Rabel. Burning them all up. GG is called. Empire, they win their first series in the entire EEU DPC and do it in fabulous fashion, knocking HellRaisers down. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to see them win, so I had to just keep putting them down, because every time I brought them up, they would just, disappoint. So yeah. I'm really happy to see them get their first series win, just because it's never nice to see a team not get any wins. And they played pretty well, like, for the most part. They got some very chaotic fights, I'd say, in this game. It was very entertaining to watch. It wasn't clean by any means, but it was some very entertaining Dota.
I mean, we saw another, just kind of insane performance again from Coolman. This one to me was different though, right? Where it was like he was making a lot happen by virtue of like staying alive and pushing his hero to its limits and like making that space for eventually Lightless to come online, which I think is it's showing a little bit of growth from Empire that I wasn't fully expecting to see in the last game of the DPC for them. But yeah, impressive showing. Before we close this one out, any final thoughts on HellRaisers? I mean, this is what, 3 weeks or 3 series back to back to back losses after a great beginning to the season. It's rough.
Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. A lot of teams ride off momentum. I was afraid of going into the series. I mentioned it before the series that they're coming off 2 losses to the number 1 and 2 seed, right? Sometimes you over adjust in those situations and you find yourself worse than where you started. So might be kind of where HellRaisers is feeling right now.
It's a frustrating one, I'm sure. And at the very least, now we're gonna have a lot of questions that need to be answered. Still one more series that gets played today. It's going to be Virtus Pro versus Team Spirit. We'll see if Lightning can strike twice and there'll be another upset. But for now, we're going to head on back to the panel after this quick break.